$25 donation from Pokemon Lover with no message, but we very much appreciate your support. Thank you. We have a $50 donation from Ash, parentheses, not that one, end parentheses, also with no message, but thank you so much. All right, looks like we are ready to go into our Kao the Kangaroo runs. So I will hand it off to Rhythm. Take it away.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm rythin. This is KO3, also known as KO the Kangaroo Mystery of the Volcano, also known as KO Etuzanyo Titka, apparently. We'll just get started right away. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so as you may have noticed, we're playing in Hungarian. This is actually the fastest language for this game. Yeah, it's just the dubbing is of very questionable quality, so the lines just end up being the fastest. So you may have heard of KO. If you have, you've probably seen KO2, KO the Kangaroo Round 2. You may not have realized that this game existed. You may have also heard that a new game is coming out in 2021, which is very exciting. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope everyone else is as well. But yeah, this game has a bit of a sad history. It basically, when it was in development, it just all of a sudden got its funding cut by the publisher, because platformer games on consoles were getting less and less popular. Shooters have been becoming the new hot stuff. So they just sort of released what they had, like tied it up as well as they could have. And yeah, that's sort of what you've got right now. So the game is a little unfinished. It ends kind of abruptly, but I still think it's a pretty fun game. And it has a really cool run, I think. So, yeah. It's gonna be exciting.
Did you say that? Oh, sorry.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
I was just curious if you think this would be a good, like, casual experience for people as well.
It's really hard for me to say, because this was my first KO that I've played as a child. And I have really good memories of this game. I really loved it, but by today's standards, it might not be that great. So the Pelican is asking us to go check out what's in the volcano, so we're gonna do just that. And I was quiet just so that line went through, because that is the quality of this dubbing. But alright, so we're done with the first auto-scroller of the run, which just happens at the start. And we're going right into some fun platforming. So, right away, gonna roll around at the speed of sound. Welcome to the Sonic block. And I'm gonna jump over here, out of bounds, and hit this load trigger from out of bounds. So, this game has one hub world that sort of has entrances to each level. And to make the whole thing work so that you still have to progress through the levels in a intended order, the game keeps track of your progress with a counter of sorts. So every time you do something important in the game, the counter increases, and that's how it keeps track of what state the hub should be in. However, we can actually manipulate that counter to our advantage, which is kind of what I did there. So normally what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go talk to a NPC in the hub, and he will tell you that, oh no, the pelican has fallen into the volcano. We must save him. But first, go do the tutorial, because you need to learn how to play the game. And then he unlocks the tutorial door. Once you do that, you talk to him again, and he unlocks the door to the first level. But by actually skipping straight to the first level, once I enter the hub again, the game will be put in a state where it just assumes that I've completed everything leading up to that, to the first level. So the tutorial door will be open. And 1 second, just wanna be a little quiet for this animation so that everyone can appreciate it. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, so when I go back into the hub, the tutorial door will be open, and with that, I will be able to enter it without talking to the shaman. So I get to practice some social distancing while running this game. Talk to him as little as possible. And I'm going back to the tutorial for these green orbs that you see me collect. These are called spirits. I call them forest spirits. The official English translation calls them brownies of the wood. However, the official translation was also done with Google Translate. Who knows, maybe it's included in the book that you can get for $5 donation. Who knows? You should maybe try it. Yeah, so I need 200 of these for each artifact I collect. And there is 4 artifacts. But I actually lied to you. I only need these 200 spirits for 3 of them. So a total of 600 throughout the run that I need to collect. Yeah, that's like for story reasons. So I guess a little bit about the category. It's called all artifacts. It's not... artifacts aren't like a bonus collectible or anything. There's 4 of them, and they're supposed to be required for completing the game. But we actually have a way to skip the entire game, which... cool, but I actually like playing it. So we set up a category that goes through all of the main levels and, actually plays the game. So any percent would have been done already, just for comparison. But yeah, we solved this incredibly tough puzzle and are getting our first artifact. The artifact of Earth. There we go. So, in the story, the gate to the volcano is actually locked by this gate and to open it, we need to collect 4 artifacts and put them into the gate. To put them into the gate, you need 200 spirits. And that also advances the progress counter, which we need to do to unlock further levels. So that's why we're also completing levels in order, because if we did them out of order, then the artifacts would be gone, because the game assumes that, oh, you've completed this level already, you must have collected it. So even though we're sequence breaking a lot and doing a whole bunch of fancy stuff, we're still going mostly by the intended route. So we're coming up on the end of Gardens of Life. We're gonna do a save and exit here, because reloading a save file puts you at the start of the level, and you leave levels the same way you come in, so it's just faster to teleport back. Alrighty, so now we're in the hub again. I'm gonna collect a couple of these spirits that are lying around, like these 2, and a couple over here. And we're gonna go into the tutorial. And we're gonna completely sequence break the tutorial because, sequence breaking is fun. So, after the first... Well, actually, here's the big sequence break. And we're already... Oh, wrong way, Kao. We're already at the end of the tutorial. But we're not here for any progress reasons, we're just here for spirits. So we're actually gonna go through the entire tutorial backwards. It just works out faster that way. And we collect basically all the spirits on the way. So, how the progression is supposed to go now is we are supposed to hand in the artifact together with 200 spirits to the shaman, and then he will tell us to go to Gadget and do the virtual race. And then Gadget, for winning the virtual race, would give us a hang glider that is required, or supposed to be required, for the rest of the game. However, we're still practicing social distancing, so I'm just gonna avoid the shaman entirely and move over to the second platforming level, Wuthering Heights. So notice how we're kind of missing a key puzzle element, being the hang glider. We have ways around that. So we're never gonna get the glider. It's supposed to be necessary, but turns out with enough game knowledge, it's completely optional. So you may have noticed I also saved the game as I was entering this level. So normally what's supposed to happen is whenever you enter a new level, the game resets your dynamite counter to 0. But for some reason, by saving the game, we can actually maintain our dynamite through level transitions. So that's what I did there, and then broke the huge door that was blocking my way with dynamite. Normally you're supposed to grab an explosive barrel and blow it up that way, but you can just do it with a stick of dynamite. I guess it's just programmed to break with any explosion, and yeah, you're not supposed to have dynamite there. And now I'm going to come over here with some dynamite stalling. You've seen me do it a couple times already, but basically by throwing dynamite, I get to stall in the air for a bit. And that comes in very handy for a couple sections where you would normally need a hang glider. Here's a stealth section where you're supposed to stealth around these guys, but why do that when you can roll? So we'll just roll through all of these, and it's perfectly fine. The cutscene here is very funny because Kao cannot move during that cutscene, but the enemies can, so they can catch up and mess you up a little bit. But it's fine, we made it through. And we're coming up to one of the cooler looking, in my opinion, parts of the run. So this is going to be how we get the second artifact. I'm actually gonna take this checkpoint. I usually don't, but I don't want to mess up and go all the way back to the start. So yeah, you get to enjoy the cute kangaroo animation. So, gonna come around here, grab a bunch of these spirits, and we're gonna come over here, get stuck, and then jump out of this. Do some more dynamite flying to sort of get onto this part early. Gonna bait out that attack so that it doesn't hit me while I'm on the clouds. And you see the stream over here, over there. That is the key glider mechanic. So normally you would glide into those, and they will let you go up. But we don't have that. So we have to find our way around that. So coming over here, gonna load in, spawn in the artifact, and you can see a bunch of these airstreams and clouds and stuff. They're normally supposed to ride to get up there, but again, cannot do that. I wonder what will happen now. Well, I'm gonna go back and think about it some more. And by think about it, I mean fly with dynamite a bit more. And then we'll see what we can do about that whole no glider situation. So let's come over here, get on top of this. Over here. I'm gonna jump on this cloud. And oh look, what a conveniently placed branch. That leads us to a slightly out of bounds area. So we're gonna come over here. Get on top of this tunnel. And as it turns out, that whole floating island is just over here. So we are just going to chuck dynamite constantly, non-stop, until we get over here. And that will allow us to just get this. And there we are. Whew, that was a little scary, especially with the 1 health.
That was awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. So luckily, picking up an artifact gives you a checkpoint. So dying just became a lot less scary. So now that we've got the artifact, I'm just gonna go around here and grab a couple extra spirits that are on the way. And then we're gonna abuse save and quit again to go back to the hub. So if you got a donation or anything to read, that was a great time to get like 1 or 2.
Sounds great to me. I definitely have some donations. We have a $10 donation from Uzi's, it's Uzi Skull. He says, "Hey Rythin, I couldn't help but notice that you are running the all artifacts category. Did you know there is another video game with that category you could be running? I swear there's no RNG involved." Good luck on the run. Big love from the Risk of Rain speedrunning community.
Thank you, Uzi. What a great guy. Shout out to Risk of Rain runners. Mad lads, I swear.
We also have a $200 donation. This is from TM Sulft. It looks like TMSLFP, who says, "Gotta go fast, gotta donate now. Good luck to all the runners." That was super nice. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Alright, so we're done with Wuthering Heights. We're gonna come back to the hub, and this time we unfortunately have to break social distancing and actually talk to the shaman. So we're gonna do that. And he will put in the second artifact in the gate. We also get to enjoy some wonderful Hungarian dubbing. And then we're gonna go learn how to steer a boat.
Egy kis bűbáj, és már megint sikerült neki. Egyre jobb vagy, öregem.
Igenis jó vagyok, semmi baj nincs velem. De viszont csúnyán viselkedsz. Nagyon
I'll stop talking in a second now, I promise. There we go. So a couple more spirits on the way. As you can see, I'm all out already of spirits. And here is the fisherman, who's also the steers master.
Az a híres motorsport oktató nem más, mint én magam. Úgy bizony, itt az idő, hogy
I love the audio quality on this guy.
vezesd végig a csónakot a kialakított pályán. Az első szakasz nagyon egyszerű, nem fog gondot okozni, csak ne felejtsd el felszedegetni a propellereket. Az összegyűjtött propellereknek köszönhetően, ha lenyomod az akciógombot, motorcsónakot valamivel gyorsabban fog hasítani a vizen rövid ideig. A következő célpontot minden esetben kijelöli számodra a radar.
Yep. exactly what he said. So yeah, now we've got the steersman's test, where we're gonna just be sweeping through a bunch of checkpoints. There's like 3 stages to this test. Each one gets progressively harder because you are on a time limit for each of these checkpoints. So I guess I'll focus a little bit and let Kungfu take over for a couple of minutes.
Ooh, I don't know if that's a good idea, but I'll do my best.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Not as great as you. This run is so much fun to watch, actually. I'm loving it. I am loving it so far. Also, don't forget, everyone, we still have that Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited character choice option going on right now through the beginning of the next run. Looks like so far we still have Tails in the lead with $213. Next up would be Knuckles and Tails with $186. Poor Sonic and Tails only has $5. If you want to see Sonic and Tails instead of Knuckles and Tails or just Tails, we're going to need to get some donations in for that. It is lagging behind. Also, that will help us get closer to $25,000, which we are only a little over $500 away from. So definitely get your donations in for that. We can make that 25K happen. Can we do it by the end of the run? I would love if we could.
I'm sure we can.
I'm sure we could as well. I agree. Speaking of, we have a $100 donation that came in. This is from Twisty Maze Little Passage, who said, so excited for this event and to support a great cause. We also have a $100 donation that came in earlier from Cash Allow with no message, but thank you very much for your support.
All right, you can probably get like one more in.
Sure, we have a $2 donation that came in from Sven Craig, who said, "Excuse me, princess."
That's great. Thank you very much. So yeah, we're coming up on the end of the steersman's test. This is the second to last checkpoint. There we go. And now the pelican is gonna talk at us for like 10 seconds and then we'll never hear from him again. So, hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. And now we're moving on to the third platforming level, the Waterfall Island. It also has a pretty flashy route to it, so I hope I can get that. But yeah, all that steering was just so we can watch a cutscene. So.
Looks like a lot of this game, it's not just invisible walls. It looks like there's a lot of actual platforms off on the side that are things that you can actually land on, which makes sequence breaking look super fun.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things about this game being released a bit too early, is they never actually got a chance to put in any invisible walls. There's zero of those. So we can just go anywhere.
Yeah, it makes it fun for speedrunning.
Yeah, absolutely. As you are about to see, yeah, we're just gonna collect a bunch of these spirits that are conveniently all bunched up here. And yeah, no invisible walls means we can just get on top of here, glide on over to the other side, like so. And we're already basically at the end of the level. This is where the artifact is. And normally down here, which I'll get down there by going through this hole in the ceiling, hopefully on the first try. There we go, very nice. So down here is a sort of puzzle where you're supposed to, once again, sneak around, not get seen, because if you do get seen, the game will lock your movement, and then the platforms down there will submerge in the water, like so. And you would normally die to the water, but because I'm all the way up here, I get to just not die and disable that whole puzzle. So that's nice. And yeah, we can just go right over here, activate the artifact, and we're just going to, whoops, collect some more of these spirits right here, and then hop on down. As it turns out, I have collected just enough. There's exactly 2 in the hub waiting for me, so that'll be the last 200 I need. So there we go. There's the artifact. Gonna once again save and load to go back to the start of the level. And that was Waterfall Island. And once again, I'm going to go back and save the game so that my dynamite gets carried over. This is the last, like the longest sequence of carrying your dynamite through level loads. So I forgot about the 2 spirits. Whoops. There we are. That's 200. And now we're going to talk to the shaman one last time.
Megvan a vízős elem is. Most már minden rendelkezésre áll.
And we're gonna put in the 3rd artifact in.
Aztán csak óvatosan. Most egy kis bűbáj.
And then we're gonna once again save and load the game to skip the last part of the dialogue. There we go. And now the last vehicle section of the run, also the longest one, Battle in the Sky. It's only a little awful, don't worry about it. It's definitely my least favorite part of the run, so take that as you will. So we're just gonna get into this plane, save the game, because even though there is no dynamite on this level, the game still remembers I have 6, and I saved again there, so that whenever I leave this level, I will still have that 6 dynamite, which will be very useful. But yeah, this is another auto-scroller. There's 5 waves of planes that we have to fight through. It takes like 5 minutes. It's kind of awful. Kung Fu, please entertain us.
I can do my best. Would you like to hear a joke or maybe a haiku and a donation?
How about all of them? We've got all the time in the world.
Okay, well, we have a $25 donation. This is from Prometheus, who says, what better to do than watching Frame Fatale and writing haikus on my birthday? Quick side note, happy birthday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And they say, well, I don't know. So here we go. A cup of hot tea. Donation train may depart. Choo choo, choo choo, choo. Oh, and let's choose the dark side. I heard they got cookies.
It's true.
Again. Again, happy birthday. We also have a $25 donation. This is from Maeve. Hopefully I said that correctly for you. It says midweek Fleet Fatale hype. KO looks like such an adorable game that I'm disappointed that I haven't heard of before. Yeah, I've actually really been enjoying this run. This is really cool. And it's definitely, I see how it's like Sonic adjacent, but
yeah, they definitely took a lot of inspiration from other platformers. When they were
but
making
it's really cute. Like I like a lot of the elements in it. Obviously the plane I can see being a little bit more frustrating. But
a little bit.
But overall looks like a fun game.
Yeah. Look forward to the new one. It's coming soon.
Oh,
Hopefully.
that's really cool.
Yeah,
Very
KO4. And sometime next year. I don't know when. No one knows when. But it's exciting.
I love when platformers make a comeback, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see, we also have a $25 donation from J-Miz with no comment. Thank you very much. As well as a $10 donation from Kay, also with no comment. Thank you for your donation. let's check in on the character bid war, see how that's going. For the character choices for Sonic 3, which is coming up next, it looks like we are still at 186 for Knuckles and Tails, and our leading category for Tails, just Tails, is still at 213. So if you'd like to see Sonic and Tails or Knuckles and Tails, we're going to need some of those donations coming in by the next game. Or I guess we also have Sonic Mania, but still. Let's see. You can also have there's also a music choice for Sonic 3, which is good to think about for today. We can keep or remove the vocals for Sonic R. You can choose the character name, Jedi robe color, lightsaber color, or light or dark side, which we heard in a recent donation. For Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, that's coming up later on today. So keep those in mind as you get your donations in. You can put them toward any one of these bids. And you can also win some prizes. So all kinds of wonderful reasons to donate. Aside from, of course, supporting Malala Fund, which is fantastic.
Only good things come from donating.
I agree. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think this is the last wave, I hope. I've not really been keeping track, but...
Have I been too distracting?
No.
Okay.
You know, when you do the same thing for extended periods of time, your brain tends to just turn off.
Yeah, for sure. It's
Yeah.
not, it's kind of monotonous, but also it's like muscle memory. You're like, yeah, I'm just doing the thing. It's
Yeah, exactly.
happening. Right. Well, I'll fit in another donation or two real quick then. We have a $30 donation from Jess. Thank you very much for your support. A $25 donation from Race Pro UK. Thank you as well for that support. And a $10 donation from Setter Wind, who says, got to go fast.
I agree. I like them fast.
I think we're doing a pretty good job so far today.
I hope so.
Is going to be that all day. Yeah.
Yep. So we're finally done with that. And now we're on to the last platforming level, which is the well. This is very much a vertical level. It basically goes straight down, and you can see the air stream down the middle that you're supposed to use heavily with the glider. Again, I'm kind of missing the glider piece of that puzzle, so I have to find my way around it. Mostly with dynamite and fairly long jumps like these. There we go. Luckily, because it's so vertical and so downwards, you can usually make it across the whole gap before you hit the fan that ends KO, to say nicely. And yeah, we're just going to be moving on down, destroying the fans, and yeah, getting the last artifact. So, yeah, fun stuff. This lever hitbox is very janky. Saw me like 4 shy. Touch the lever. Very good. Think there's one more level after this. Yeah, okay, so we're getting the firefly here. They're called fireflies, they look like bees, they're kind of like fairies, who knows. But they live in these plants. And they act like keys to lock doors. So you've seen me use them a bunch throughout the run. I believe this is the last one. We're just going to drop down here, unlock this last door, and then get on to solving the really difficult puzzle. Down here. So we've got 4 rings. Each of them we can turn. And there's one segment that's blue. I wonder what we have to do here. It requires a lot of focus here to get this puzzle right, as you can tell. And alright, that's the last artifact. Just going to come over and collect it. And now you may be thinking, but streamer, you're already leaving the level, but you don't have the 200 spirits. I just started a new game. Whoops. Alright. Yeah, so I don't have the spirits required for the door, but that's fine. Because, once again, when you have dynamites, your problems just disappear. So yeah, we're not going to put in the last artifact into the gate. We're instead going to come over this little rock, come over here. There's this very convenient hole in the wall. We can just fly over right here and enter the volcano. So, yeah. Already inside. And here is the pelican who fell into the volcano. And he tells us about the so-called fiery dude who awaits us right here, staring very menacingly. And yeah, this is the last boss. Time is going to be coming in a couple minutes, like 1 or 2. This fight has 3 phases, each sort of separated into 2 segments. So you've got the ads phase, which I'm doing right now, where you just have to get rid of all the ads. And then the attack phase, where we get to actually do damage. After this whole sequence of breathing fire and stuff. We're gonna knock down these stalactites with dynamite, and then use one of these conveniently placed explosive barrels to feed this nice person. And yeah, so that was one cycle, or one phase. Again, there's 3, so get comfy. This fight also showcases a very fun mechanic, where these flying enemies specifically, when they collide with some collision, they can sometimes just instantly die, or they can not do that and waste you some time. So that's really fun at the end of the run. And also, yeah, I just kind of forgot what I was saying. Also, the auto-targeting system seems to have some sort of priority list, and the flying enemies are at the very end of that priority list. So we have to get rid of all the other enemies before we can even target them. And throwing dynamite is like the only way to actually damage them. Well, you can like jump up and tail swing at them, but it's not very effective, usually.
You want a quick donation?
Alright. 1 second. Time
Sure.
is... actually, no, you can get one quick one in.
Okay.
Sorry.
This is a $5 donation from 11 Natrium, who says, "Hello again, Rythin. Natri, the goat again. Good luck with the run again. Can't wait for the VR race. Definitely a sight to behold."
Definitely. Thank you, Nat. Yeah, so this is the last phase. Time is coming up very soon. As soon as our fiery dude over here eats his last barrel. Oh. Or not. So, apparently I rolled into his hand and died instantly. That's good.
Oh
We get to see that fight again. That has never happened before. All right. Awesome. Hope I'm not too far overestimate after this. Wow, that's embarrassing.
I feel like it wouldn't be a GDQ marathon if there hadn't been something that's never happened before.
True that. All right. So I'm just gonna do all of that over again if you wanna read some donations.
Yeah. So I do have a few. We have a $20 donation from Jack, who says, "Hi to my friend Rye, whose kindness keeps all of the chill folks going every day. Congrats to all the runners and the team for doing a great job." We also have a $25 anonymous donation. It says, "A haiku. Kangaroo flies plane. Pelican drops in volcano. Voice acting is bad." I think that's a pretty good
Yes.
description.
Could go on the Steam store page for the game.
Yeah, for sure. Just want to continue to get a look at that, the character choices for the Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited. Don't forget to put your donations in for that. Looks like Knuckles and Tails has actually surpassed just Tails in this. It is now up $3 at a good $216. So, looks like we have swapped who is in the lead. If you want Tails to get back in the lead, you're going to need to get some donations in. And then poor Sonic and Tails trailing at the bottom. Not getting any love, but, you know, get your donations where you think they go best, so. We also have a $10 donation from To Crash. It says, which household chore do pirates hate? You have
I
any
don't know.
guesses? No?
What is it?
No guess? It's yard work.
Oh my god.
I know. I know.
Thank you very much, but I also hate you.
Yeah. I understand. It's really fun to read aloud, though. We'll say.
For sure. Alright. Probably can get in one or two more.
Alrighty. We have a $30 donation. This is from Rail Tracer, who just posts a nice little smiley face. Appreciate it. Thank you. We have a $25 donation from Steve with no message, but thank you so much. A $4 donation from Rayless with no message, but thank you as well. And a $25 donation from the Ferg.
That's time, by the way. Go on.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, that was KO3. With a double boss, you know, just to show it off more.
Kao haver, egyszerűen király vagy, érted? Frankó mondom többet. A falu megmenekült, minden. Haha.
Haha, thank you, Pelican. I believe the donation incentive for the virtual race showcase was met. Is that right?
Let me check for that really quickly. Oh, right here. Yes, it was met.
All right, so we're just going to head on over. Fun thing about this game is after beating it, all the vehicle levels get unlocked. So if you wanted to do Battle in the Sky again, for some reason you can. But you can also just go straight into the virtual race. So this is just a normal race. I'm just gonna skip the dialogue explanation there. But this is a pretty standard race where you like go around this whole loop thing all the time. It's like fancy and cool and everyone hates it because it's really hard. But as it turns out, the hitbox of the pod, I guess you're driving in, isn't perfectly round. It's actually a bit flat on the sides. And you start right before the finish line. So what you can do is this. And there we go. That's the race in 3 seconds. Yeah. So the infamous level that everyone spent hours on in their childhood. Yeah. Just done like that. So yeah, that was KO3. I hope people enjoyed. I'm glad I didn't die this time to internet outage. Instead, I died on the last boss, which is, a little better. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep you here for longer because I've been here a while already. I guess enjoy the next run, which I believe is Sonic. The Sonic block starts. Yeah, keep donating, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching.
All right. Well, thank you so much again to rythin for an awesome run. I really enjoyed watching that. Thank you for letting me be a part of that. And indeed, next up, we do have Sonic Mania coming up, ran by Kiwami ZX. I need to say names a little better. We're really excited for Kiwami to do the Sonic Mania Sonic Bad Ending run. It's going to be really fun. Just want to remind you all that all of your donations today are going to the Malala Fund. So 100% of all Fleet Fatale donations go directly to Malala Fund. Malala Fund is working for a world where all girls can learn and read. Malala Fund advocates for resources and policy changes needed to give all girls a secondary education, invests in local education leaders, and amplifies the voices of girls fighting for change. Learn more at malala.org. Also, don't forget earlier we did learn some more about some amazing stories that you can hear about some of the girls who voices can be amplified through Malala by going to assembly.malalafund.org. Appreciate you all letting me host once again. It's been wonderful spending time with you today. I will see you all soon. But in the meantime, we are going to be going to a quick Twitch ad and then learn a bit more about Malala.
We are providing an opportunity to the girls which they need to find out the capacity they already have. Because once the girl has an access to education, then her life becomes to change.
So in Turkey, we are focusing on Syrian refugee girls. And when it comes to refugee girls, there is funding towards primary, but when it comes to secondary education, it drops down. The secondary education of these girls is so crucial because there are challenges that refugee girls are facing, or because of lack of resources.
My name is Özge. I'm the co-founder of the organization, and currently I'm working as a program director here at UVA. Since March 2019, I'm representing Malala Fund as an education champion here in Turkey. By opening community centers around the country, we provide education services and social activities both for the refugee community and the host community in the country. The main barrier is the language barrier, because here in Turkey we speak Turkish, but the Syrian people speak Arabic. So when they don't know Turkish, they cannot understand their teacher, they cannot communicate with their peers when they don't know the language. The second barrier is again the poverty for Syrian children. Although Turkey has a central education system and all the refugee children can register to public schools in Turkey, when they do not have enough income to survive, the children have to work rather than going to school. The centers are where the people can get Turkish language courses, vocational trainings, or remedial courses for children. There are 6 or 7 classes in each community center. And we also conduct different kinds of social cohesion activities to contribute to the social peace among Syrian community and the Turkish community.
Ve bu 75 kız çocuğuna veriliyor ve bu 75 kız çocuğunun eğitimlerini çok etkilediğini görüyoruz. Hepsinin eğitimlerinde bir artış oldu başarılarında. Dışlanırken artık o küçük ama onun için büyük bir uyum sürecine girmiş oluyor.
The community center becomes a place where people express themselves, where people find themselves, where they can spend some time together and have an opportunity to get to know each other.
Ben her şeyi seviyorum. Bu yola her şeye katıldım. Türkçe derse avrupa olmak istiyorum. İnsanları korumak istiyorum. Bunu Avrupa böyle çocuklara hakları vermek için.
This is what we provide to children through Malala Fund support. It's a really important opportunity for the Syrian children in Turkey. Hopefully, all the children will have the opportunity to benefit from this experience. And hopefully, all the children, all the girls especially, will have access to education.
Hello friends, and welcome back to Fleet Fatales. I am Mecha Momo, and I will be your host for the Sonic block, and I am so excited because Sonic is like one of my favorite games ever. I hope you guys are ready to go fast and raise some money for Malala Fund. And while we are setting up for our first Sonic run of the day, I'm gonna go ahead and read a couple of donations for you. So we have a $15 donation from Pokemon Trainer who says they are hyped for Sonic. And Pokemon Trainer, I am too. And we have a $10 donation from Hypnotics. Hopefully I didn't butcher that, sorry. It says, good luck to all the amazing Sonic runners. Wait, no, we want a Knuckles runner for the AIR run. Kiwami, Alice, Risu, and Toot, you got this. And I believe